On a bright and sunny morning, the 24th of September in the year 2025, a wonderful announcement was made. The great Emperor Timothy Lawrence of Visagio chose a new leader. His name was Clifford Mario Pierre-Louis. Clifford was known for his kind heart and wise mind. The people of Visagio gathered in the grand square to hear the news. The emperor stood on the palace balcony. He smiled at the crowd below. He said that Clifford was the perfect person to lead them into a bright future. It was a day of great celebration and excitement. Clifford Mario Pierre-Louis felt a mix of joy and duty. He had always wanted to help the people of his land. Now he had the chance to do so in a very important way. He walked to the front of the balcony and bowed to the emperor. Then he turned to the cheering citizens. He promised to work hard for everyone in Visagio. He promised to be fair and just. Clifford's voice was calm and strong. The people felt safe and happy knowing he would be their new leader. It was the beginning of a brand new adventure for him and for all of Visagio. The emperor explained that Clifford was not just any leader, he was being given a very special title. This title came with great responsibility and trust. Clifford would guide the entire kingdom and protect its most precious treasures. The emperor placed a gentle hand on Clifford's shoulder. He told the people that Clifford would be a guardian for them all. He would make sure that Visagio remained a place of peace and happiness. The air was filled with the sound of trumpets and happy shouts from the crowd. Everyone felt the magic of this important moment. Clifford looked out at the sea of smiling faces. He saw children waving small flags and families hugging each other. He knew his journey would not be easy, but he was ready. His heart was full of hope for the future of Visagio. He wanted to build a kingdom where every person felt important and cared for. He promised himself that he would always listen to the people. He would be a leader who served with kindness and courage. This special day marked the start of Clifford's new life as a royal leader, dedicated to his beloved home. Clifford's new title was the Grand Custodian Sovereign. This long name had a very simple meaning. Grand meant he was the most important leader. Custodian meant he was a protector, like a guardian of a great treasure. And sovereign meant he was the ruler of the land of Visagio. So his job was to be the main protector and ruler of the kingdom. He was in charge of keeping everything safe and making sure the kingdom ran smoothly. It was a big job, but Clifford was ready for the challenge he was given. As the Grand Custodian Sovereign, Clifford's most important duty was to protect the endless trust. The endless trust was not a mountain of gold or jewels, it was a special promise. It was the promise to always take care of the people and the land of Visagio. This trust held all the hopes and dreams of the citizens. Clifford had to make sure this promise was never broken. He was the keeper of the kingdom's heart. His mission was to ensure that Visagio would prosper for many, many years to come. Being the Grand Custodian Sovereign also meant leading the royal team. He was like the captain of a ship, guiding everyone in the right direction. He had to make smart decisions for the good of all. He would meet with his team, listen to their ideas, and decide the best way to help the citizens. Whether it was building new schools or making sure everyone had enough food, Clifford was in charge. His leadership was meant to bring comfort and security to every family in the kingdom of Visagio. Finally, this special title meant that Clifford worked for the people. He was their leader, but he was also their servant. His job was to listen to their worries and their hopes. He planned to travel all around Visagio to meet people in their towns and villages. He wanted to understand what they needed most. By working closely with his citizens, Clifford could make sure that his rules and plans were helpful and fair. The title of Grand Custodian Sovereign was a symbol of his deep commitment to the people. To help him with his big job, Clifford had a team. This team was organized like a family tree called the Noble Tree. At the very top was Clifford, the Grand Custodian Sovereign. Just below him were the High Custodians. These were his most trusted advisors. Each High Custodian was in charge of one important part of the kingdom. One might be in charge of farming, making sure there was always food. Another might be in charge of building, making sure everyone had a safe home. They were like Clifford's main helpers. Next on the Noble Tree were the Junior Custodians. The junior custodians were helpers to the high custodians. They were learning how to become great leaders themselves one day. They would travel through the towns and villages listening to the people. Then they would report back to the high custodians. This helped Clifford and his main team know what was happening all over Visagio. The junior custodians were full of energy and great ideas. They were an important link between the royal palace and the everyday lives of the citizens. There were also special people with honorary titles. These were not jobs with daily tasks. Instead, these titles were given to people who had done something wonderful for Visagio. For example, a great artist who painted beautiful pictures of the land might be named the Keeper of Colours. A wise old storyteller who knew all the kingdom's tales might be called the Guardian of Histories. These titles were a way for Clifford to say thank you to people who made Visagio a more beautiful and interesting place to live. Together, this noble tree worked as one big team. Clifford, the high custodians, and the junior custodians all had the same goal. They wanted to make Visagio a happy and safe place for everyone. The honorary title holders added to the kingdom's spirit and culture. Clifford knew that he could not do his job alone. He needed the help and support of his entire royal team. This structure made sure that every part of the kingdom was cared for, from the biggest city to the smallest village. With Clifford Mario Pierre-Louis as the Grand Custodian Sovereign, the future of Visagio looked brighter than ever. His leadership was like a warm sunrise, bringing new hope to the land. The people felt a sense of excitement. They knew Clifford was a leader who truly cared about them. He started projects to build new parks for children to play in. He also made sure that the markets were full of fresh food from the kingdom's farms. Every decision he made was for the happiness and well-being of his citizens. Clifford worked hard to protect the endless trust. He made sure that the kingdom's laws were fair to everyone. He taught the children of Visagio about the importance of kindness and helping one another. By protecting this promise, he was building a strong foundation for the future. The people trusted him completely. They knew that as long as Clifford was their leader, the spirit of Visagio would be safe. He showed everyone that being a leader was about giving, not taking. His actions inspired others to be better. The entire noble tree worked together in harmony. The high custodians managed their duties with great skill. The junior custodians brought fresh ideas from the villages. The people with honorary titles shared their talents, making Visagio a centre of art and knowledge. There was a wonderful feeling of teamwork all across the land. Clifford's gentle and clear guidance helped everyone understand their role. The kingdom became more prosperous and peaceful under his watchful and caring leadership. In the end, Clifford Mario Pierre-Louis was more than just a ruler. He was a friend to his people and a guardian of their dreams. His story became a tale told to children about how one kind person could make a big difference. The land of Visagio flourished, full of laughter, hope, and peace. Clifford's reign showed that true strength comes from a gentle heart and a deep desire to help others. The kingdom was not just a place on a map. It was a happy home for all who lived there, all thanks to their Grand Custodian Sovereign.